Welcome to Jigsaw Geek, and I did it again. I spent $90 and I bought 20 puzzles from a seller. Now, this seller had sold me some puzzles recently, and then she went to her parents' house, and she and her boyfriend I think they raided the entire house and they just got rid of all the puzzles that they could find. The great thing about it is these are like older puzzles, vintage puzzles, and there were a few that I absolutely wanted. She met me again, 20 more puzzles for $90. I thought that was a great price. I'm getting ready to show you some of these puzzles. I'm gonna have to do it in stages because when I came home with these puzzles, my husband was screaming at me. He said that I'm sick. He said that I have a sickness and that there's something wrong with me in my childhood that I have all these puzzles. What I figured was that this is probably gonna be my last haul for the summer. There is one other seller that lives quite far from me with some New Yorker puzzles that I really want. So I might go out of my way one more time this summer and pick up those. Let's get to showing the puzzles. Now, remember, there were a bunch in this set that I wouldn't normally buy, but because it was overall together as a package, I went ahead and got them for the cheap prices. And I'm sure that when I put these together, I'm gonna love them. So one of those, for example, is this Springbok. Now, the last Springbok puzzle I did, I absolutely enjoyed it. And so you can see this is going to be difficult, but it's going to be fun. These are all groovy records. I mean, for a vinyl lover, that's going to be great. And I see right there, Hair, Jimi Hendrix. So yeah, this is going to be a lot of fun. Oh, I think that's supposed to be John Lennon over here. So this is a 500-piece Springbok Christmas puzzle called Snowman, and I think it's a circular puzzle. Look at how cool that is. This one must be vintage. When I actually do this, I'll look up the year. I can't see it now. Yeah, this is probably one I won't get rid of the box. And then there was another one, but Springbok. This one isn't actually open. This is a 500-piece wreath puzzle. Now, this isn't really my type of puzzle. Circular and look very repetitive. It's probably going to be difficult. Could be fun. So now we're coming to one of the puzzles that I absolutely wanted. I am collecting the New Yorker puzzles. I think this is my second one, although I haven't made any of them yet. And so this one is called At the Strand. There's a whole bunch in this series, and I would like to get them all. So like I said, this is the second one in the series. I would have paid $10 for this one alone. And right next to it is another set of puzzles that I'm looking forward to collecting, and that is anything by Norman Rockwell. And so there are a bunch of Saturday Evening Post paintings, and here's one of them. I think there's more than one in this set. So yeah, this is another one that I see on eBay, and they're expensive. So I also would have paid $10 for this one. But because I bought them in bulk, I got a great deal. I think this was in the lot. I put them all in the closet really fast because my husband was so angry at me. So I kind of mixed them up. I think I got them all, but this one I think was in that set. But this one, I mean, look at that craziness. This is going to be insane. This reminds me of Sergio Aragonés, but this is Jan van Heesteren. This one is probably going to be so hard, but a lot of fun nonetheless. You're going to be discovering everything as you pour over this art while you're doing the puzzle. Here's another Springbok, 1,000-piece vintage chocolate. Now, again, this isn't one that I would normally buy, but because it was in the set, and I think this is probably going to be a really, really fun puzzle to do. Next, I have this 1,000-piece White Mountain puzzle. I've seen a couple YouTubers do White Mountain puzzles and they love them. These are the kind of puzzles that when you pick them up, they don't fall apart. I still haven't had one of those puzzles, so I'm really looking forward to doing this puzzle. But this one looks absolutely so difficult. There's like 3 colors in this puzzle, but man, what a gorgeous image that is. But wow, that's gonna be so tough. And this one looks vintage too. When I was from 1999, the box is a little bit concave and everything, but yeah, but look at that crazy image on this puzzle where best friends are welcome. Beautiful. Here's another kind of vintage puzzle from that same company, White Mountain. How, like, That looks absolutely insanely difficult. I mean, come on. But how beautiful is that puzzle? Again, White Mountain, this is, you can see the boxes been through. I don't think White Mountain made the best boxes. This is also from 1999, but wow, what a beautiful image that is. Okay, at the very end, the couple, the man gave this as a freebie. And number one, this is a Mondo puzzle. Right? These things go for $20 to $40. I bought 5 Mondo puzzles when they were on sale, and I think I paid $15 to $20 each. But then later, like, they sell out. And so the reason that he gave this as a freebie is there's a piece missing. While that's a shame, it's not a deal breaker for me to get a beautiful puzzle like this. And I will do puzzles with a missing piece or two. That's not a big deal. I have, and I still glue them together, and they look fine. But yeah, Mondo puzzles are extremely difficult. At least this one is busy. There's a lot going on. This movie holds a special place in my heart because my daughter bought us tickets to go see this on the premiere. At the theater, my husband and I got to see it on the premiere, and they even gave out cups and coins. I still have the coin from that. So although I remember it fondly, I don't remember if that was for Christmas or Father's Day. I'd have to check what time of year it came out. Anyways, TMI, let's move on. Okay, this puzzle is absolutely one I wouldn't buy, but it's beautiful. And the reason I wouldn't buy it is because it's a panoramic puzzle. Even though I'll glue it together, I won't be able to fit it in my portfolio. But I'm actually glad that I have this because I need to do puzzles that are different shapes. So this one is Dog Tired. It also has a lot of the same color. So it's going to be very difficult. Look, it fits in the screen. I don't know about that one. And then the next one, this puzzle is crazy. It's a 1,000-piece puzzle, a lion. It's in that shape. And then inside the puzzle, I guess there are other puzzle shapes inside of it. This is the only one I opened up just because I was curious. It's already done, so I don't have to do it. I can just put it together and pretend like I did it. No, I won't do that, but well, this one probably is a kind of vintage puzzle. I don't know if I should throw this box away. This one is also from 1999. I mean, it's not that old. Next, I have 2 more what I consider vintage Springbok puzzles, and they look insanely difficult. The first one is Stars and Stripes Forever. What? Like, how difficult is that gonna be? That is just looking insane on the back. And let's see if I can see the year for this puzzle. Just like the other Springbok ones, I don't know. So I'll actually have to look this one up. And then the next one is even worse. It's San Francisco Skyline. It's all, like, what? How am I ever going to be able to do that puzzle? That is just insane, San Francisco by night. I actually lived in San Francisco for, I don't even know how long, 5 years or more. But anyways, I love San Francisco. I don't know if I'll love doing this puzzle, but I'm so glad I have these vintage Springbok puzzles. I think I'm going to have to set up a space on a shelf for all of these Springbok vintage puzzles. Okay, we have 6 puzzles left in this haul. The next puzzle I would absolutely never buy for 2 reasons. Number 1, it's a 1,500-piece puzzle. And number 2, it does have beautiful art. You know what? I'll take it back. I do like this art on this puzzle. I really do. But 1,500, and it looks so difficult. I don't think I have the space set up in order to be able to do a 1,500-piece puzzle. I would have to probably do it on my living room table or on my table outside. I'll see. I'll definitely do this puzzle. But yeah, this looks really challenging. And it also looks like it's vintage. Let's see if I can find the year on this puzzle. No, I couldn't find the year. I'm running out of space where to put these puzzles. Here is another puzzle that I think is just gorgeous. And also, oh, this one is from 1992. These older puzzles it's a shame. I don't know if I could throw these boxes away. Look at this gorgeous puzzle. I mean, wow, I can't wait to do this one. It's a 1000 FX Schmid puzzle from 1992. And then the next puzzle is from that same, in fact, the next 2 are from the same company. Here's another one that looks like so much fun, but yeah, difficult. Wow. And then the final one from this company, this one looks stunning. I'm gonna hold it up sideways just at first, because, you know, it fills up the screen. But obviously, it's a puzzle that goes like this. Look at how gorgeous this puzzle is. It's, what is it called? Bird's eye view? Oh no, feels like freedom. But anyways, let's hold it up like this so you can see it. I wasn't even aware of this puzzle company. I'm new to puzzling, and so I don't know much about these puzzles. If you know about this puzzle brand, which is the FX Schmid puzzle brand, I haven't heard anybody mention them so far, but I'm in a real conundrum because it's going to be difficult for me to throw these puzzle boxes away. I mean, they're simply gorgeous. Okay, I left 2 more puzzles for last. And these were puzzles that I absolutely wanted. The penultimate puzzle is a Norman Rockwell. Yeah, I mean, I want the Norman Rockwell puzzles. This one actually looks kind of difficult. There's only a couple of different colors in this, but of course this was made for art. It wasn't made for a puzzle. I'm collecting them. Like I said, online, those puzzles are more difficult to buy. I think maybe it's because of the size of the boxes, but also because they're older. Let me see. This is the final one. So this is bottom of the 6th. Again, that looks like a pretty tough puzzle, but man, so cool. This is, I'm trying to see the year for this. It's from Buffalo Games. It actually says copyright 1949. That cannot be right. That must be when the painting was made for the Saturday Evening Post. That is definitely not when the puzzle was made. Well, when I actually do this puzzle, I'll look up the year that this came out. 20 puzzles, $90. 20, 40, 60, 80. That's like $4.50 per puzzle. I think that was a great deal, especially when there are about 5 puzzles in this lot that I really, really wanted, and I would have paid more for, and those are the Norman Rockwell puzzles. There were 3, and there were a couple of the vintage Springbok puzzles, and there was one more, the New Yorker puzzle. So I would have paid more, but even though this lot had a bunch of puzzles that I wouldn't necessarily buy, getting them in lots like this puts you out of your comfort zone, because I've been focusing on a specific type of puzzle, those art puzzles. But I think Springbok is a really fun company, and I'm getting all of these FX Schmidt puzzles. I think doing these puzzles will be a lot of fun for me. But anyways, I'm rambling. So yeah, I did it again. I had to hide all these puzzles, but I'd love to know what you think about hopefully my final summer puzzle haul. Which of these are your favorite? Which of these would you like me to do first? Although I'm so far behind in my puzzles, I know that right now I'm choosing the puzzles with the biggest boxes to do just so I can free up space. So that's kind of my strategy right now. But of all these 20 puzzles, which one was your favorite? Which one would you like to see me do? As always, I would like to thank you for your support.